She's a dame of the British Empire, an Oscar, Golden Globe, and BAFTA winner. A woman hailed as one of the most elegant, intelligent actresses in the history of cinema. But behind the poise and accolades is a story of silent battles, of rejection, loss, self-doubt, and a lifelong fight to simply be herself. No masks, no apologies. Helen Mirren was born in 1945 in London to a modest Anglo-Russian family. Her father was a cab driver and musician, her mother a homemaker. From an early age, Helen felt like an outsider in her family, in school, in society. Shy, introverted, uncomfortable in her own skin. She's admitted that in her youth, she hated her body, felt ashamed of her figure, and avoided mirrors. In her personal journals, she wrote lines full of pain. I want to disappear. I don't belong on stage. I'm just no one. And yet, the stage saved her. She joined the legendary Royal Shakespeare Company at a young age. People noticed her, not for her talent at first, but for her looks. At 20, critics said, "She's too sexy for the classics. She distracts from the meaning of the play." She became an object before she was seen as an artist. The stage, where she gave her soul, became a battlefield between talent and appearance, intelligence and objectification. Years later, she said, "I hated being asked about my breasts instead of my roles. I was an actress, and they reduced me to an image." But she didn't walk away. She fought, role after role, monologue after monologue, proving that she wasn't just a woman with curves. She was a mind, a force, a presence. In her youth, she struggled with depression, withdrew from the world. There were moments when she considered quitting acting altogether. But the hardest blow came later, the sudden death of her brother. They were incredibly close. I remember standing in the bathroom, gasping for air, like the world had no oxygen left, she said. She left the stage for a year. No roles, no press, just silence. But slowly, through grief and healing, she returned. In the 1990s, Helen finally broke into American cinema, only to be met with new obstacles. "You're too old to be a leading lady," they said. "You can play the mother, the aunt, the queen, but not a woman with desire." She stayed quiet. And then, she stunned the world. Gosford Park, the madness of King George, the Queen. She swept awards season, Oscar, BAFTA, Golden Globe. Her portrayal of Queen Elizabeth II proved what she'd known all along. Age isn't a limitation, it's a power. And yet, she remained grounded. "I don't like the word greatness," she said. "I simply survived in a world that stopped seeing women after 40. And I made sure they saw me." Her personal life was no fairy tale. For years, she was alone. She didn't believe in marriage. She refused to be with someone just to avoid loneliness. She chose not to have children. There was no inner calling, she explained. And to have a child because it's time wouldn't have been honest. Critics judged her. She answered, "I'm no less of a woman because I don't have children. I mother myself. And that's enough." At 52, she married director Taylor Hackford. They're still together. No tabloid drama, no spectacle, just together. Today, Helen Mirren is 78. She still acts, still graces the covers of Vogue, still gives bold, defiant interviews, and still repeats, "I don't need to be perfect, I just need to be real." She's faced objectification, loneliness, ageism, grief, and the fear of being irrelevant. But she never surrendered. She became what so many women dream of becoming, fully herself. Helen Mirren is not just a great actress, she's a survivor. And she turned age not into a barrier, but into a crown.